Hey guys, welcome to a new video today. We're going to be looking at a base a little bit higher than us, a little bit of a challenge for us to see if we can still flatten it like I have been. Unfortunately, yesterday I was a little bit busy, so I couldn't plan during the planning day, but War Day has arrived. I'm still yet to put on my coalitions, that's how busy I was. Today we're going to go for number 18, space age level 325, 121 levels above me, with 3 level 8 coalitions defensive. Now the reason I'm going for a bit higher of a target is because if we scout, he's actually got a pretty well formed base that we can plan around, whereas if we go back to the map, someone like this guy who I would usually plan like for the level and age and stuff, this guy, as a lot of them do, just have one set of walls and all the buildings dumped inside, which, like, what can you do about that? That's just how the cards were dealt, so that's what we're going to play. So today we're going to take on this guy from Space Age with 3 level 8 defensive coalitions. The Spying Museum has some pretty scary artifacts, as you can see. But one thing I've noticed is that he doesn't have much. Go to the benefits. For all the artifacts he has, like apart from defender spawn time, he doesn't have all defensive towers hit points or damage. Like he's only got 21% damage and 16% hit points, which is like nothing compared to what I was expecting when I first opened this. So that's a pretty good sign. The university has Harriet Tubman completed, which means defenders will spawn from all the houses. Obviously the rocket arsenal is up and running, but he doesn't have Sultan Saladin done. Hold the gates would be a very hard research to overcome, especially with all the downsides we're facing. So let's jump into the analysis of this and see if we can still get that 5 stars. Hey guys, coming at you with the screenshot of this base. I just want to preface this by saying, do I expect I'm going to win? Look, I reckon there's a chance we win, but considering he's 120 levels above me, maxed out space age, plus his museum that I'm facing, I wouldn't be surprised if we got absolutely smothered. So to give us the best chance of winning, the missile silo's got to go. We're going to fighter jet. I think the fighter jet will come from this way. And then paratroopers. Now, since he has so much all defensive towers hit points, we might need to use the steroids on the paratroopers. But, yeah, other than that, hopefully the missile silo gets down. Secondly, the Parliament. I'm thinking of placing my main army, if I make it this red, I'm thinking of placing the main army here, just so it can target the rocket arsenal, because the plan will be to blitz early so that the rocket arsenal doesn't spawn and get the main army to kill it instead of having to use my air forces, because I think that'll be a lot better use of my air forces if I don't have to spend them on the rocket arsenal as well, just because it's guarded by these 3 towers and the machine gun, which can take it down quite quickly. Now I'm going to send the paratroopers onto the missile silo. The Parliament, I'm going to bomber with a troop tactic, and same for the stronghold down here. Let's make these nice green. Take out that. So we'll bomber the stronghold and the Parliament with a troop tactic bomber. And yeah, after that, like obviously the blitz will go down very soon after the main army, hopefully before the RPGs or bazookas come out of the rocket arsenal. And then basically, we're just trying to get into this area. We ultimately probably want the town center, but that'll depend on how we're doing in the game. And yeah, honestly, other than the start with the paratroopers and the bombers, since it is so high leveled, we'll just have to see how we go. The plan, if it all goes wrong, because I'm expecting our squad to get eliminated very quickly. Hopefully, we can get to about this point and just go for it. That's meant to be a marker, sorry. Hopefully, we can just get around and go for the town centre, but if that doesn't happen, there's a lot of buildings and stuff here that we can try scathe for the 50%. So, yeah. First objective is town centre, and if that goes wrong, we'll go 50%. But other than that, we'll just have to see how we fare on the war day.
I'm in danger!
Hey guys, coming at you with my post-attack thoughts and feelings on this one. Honestly, apart from getting the missile silo down, nothing went to plan. I used 2 sabotages and the stronghold didn't even get destroyed. I had to use my steroids or my paratroopers just to get the missile silo down. I blitzed a little bit late, so the bazookas got out in time. That was a bit worrying. Another thing that went wrong with my attack, my tanks that are supposed to tank all the hit points, they went astray, which is pretty sad. So it left all my mortars and artillery there vulnerable to just get eaten alive by the generals, mainly. But the only thing that went right was that we had enough air support to get over that 50% line. And honestly, I think the 50% is more impressive than the town centre because, like, obviously you can always just rally to the town centre, but 50% means we killed half of the building's hit points. Like, if that makes sense. Half of the total hit points of all the buildings combined. So that was great to see. Let's just speed this up a little bit because it's just basically paratroopers now. And bombers. Look, as I said earlier, did I expect this to go well? Absolutely not. This is a guy, like, 120 levels more than me in the next stage, maxed out coalitions and a brilliant museum. So to get the win over him is a win in my book. I'm not sure if we're going to get the 50% in the replay, but look, as much planning as we did, the only mistake, like the critical mistake I made, was having my tanks go in this sort of area here, away from the mortars and stuff, instead of taking all the hit points. So that was the only downside to our attack, I think. But apart from that, yeah, we barely missed the 50% on the replay. But apart from that, we got the win still. So I would say it's a pretty good attack. Anyways, if you like videos like these, challenges, any ideas you got in the comments you want me to do, drop them below. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.